taking the time to there we go. Got it. Thank you for attending this presentation. Really, it's just a sales tool to kind of help you and your agents to sell this project down the road. Really wanted to give you an overview of the highlights of the project and what's going on with the market now to make it easier and for you to use this as a sales tool for later. So always want to start off with a quick market update first. So in 2021, I think all of you are well aware, but it's been a really good year. By March of this year, actually, we had the second highest condo sales since 2000. So for all these years, over a decade, this is really the highest. We bounced back extremely strong from the COVID times. And the month after month, we keep surpassing a lot of the past numbers. For May, we're about 10% above the 10-year average already. June, we're above the 10-year average again. July, it just lags a little bit as you expect for the summer, but then in August, we bounced back again. And we had the highest number of condos sold in August on record for new construction, up about 35% higher over August of last year, and 129% above the 10-year average. So that's kind of crazy in terms of the numbers. And the reason why everything has gone so strong is people are ready, people are buying, and really the amount of demand is very, very high at this time. Why is it high? We actually have many indicators of the market. For example, immigration. So immigration plays a huge part for us in our real estate market. And we have been on track to meet about 400,000 new permanent residents this year. The number is going to continue to increase. So by 2023, we're expecting it to go up to about 420,000. So with these numbers, we're looking at a population growing very rapidly, and we need about 1 million new homes over the next 10 years just for the immigration. What does that mean? It means that we're going to have a huge tick up of demand from this market as well. And we need to make sure that we're building enough. I'll get into that a little bit later as to how we're doing on that side. But the rental market as well. This is another indicator of how strong our market is and the demand that we have. So the rental market basically has rebounded and is now back at pre-COVID levels, as I'm sure many of you are well aware. The reason why, one big factor is we have a lot of world-class schools. So in Toronto, we brought tons of international students back in as the doors kind of opened up. Everyone's rebounding from COVID, and it's resulting in the prices going back up and even bidding wars that you're seeing for rental market as well. So in StatsCan, they actually project that over 1 million international students are going to be coming by 2022. So not only do we have this immigration problem, well, it's not a problem, it's a bonus, I guess, but more people coming in because of immigration, but also now we have these international students. And I'm sure you're all well aware that these international students don't just come here. They come here with the expectation that they will be staying, a lot of them permanently, that they want to stay after they've gotten their education. Even while they're at school, most of them are looking at the market. A lot of their parents are actually purchasing a property because Toronto is a world-class city, and we have many positive aspects that make it a great investment. So they want to come here, they want to stay, and they want to invest in our market as well. For XO2, in terms of their location specifically, our rental rates are fantastic. We're at about $386 to square foot, so almost $4. Average day on market, it's about 12 days. And over 50% of the households in the neighborhood are renters, and they like to rent, and they will continue to look to rent in the area. So what is interesting is when you look throughout Toronto, a lot of the core areas where you are paying much higher price per square foot for the building, your rental cost, your rental yield is about the same. So it's actually very positive in terms of the carrying costs, and the prices that you're going to be paying really does help offload, offset some of the costs of what you're getting for the rental. And, you're not paying much more for the property, but you're getting basically like the same rents as an area that is significantly higher in price. What do we expect for 2022? So obviously, with all the things that I talked about in terms of immigration and the rental market being strong and the students that are all coming in, it's only going to go up. So we're expected a very strong demand. We are going to far exceed the supply that we have. So as I mentioned, we need to build about 1 million new homes just for the immigration over the next 10 years to just keep up. How much are we actually building? We're only building about 70,000 new units a year. So there's a deficit every single year, and we're already short. I think the number's around 65,000. So we're already kind of in the hole, and we're going to dig ourselves into a bigger hole because we can't keep up with the construction and the demand that we have. So what does that mean? It means that the prices are going to continue to go up as the supply gets dwindles down further. Another thing to pay attention to, and a huge factor of where our numbers are going to continue to go for real estate, inclusionary zoning. So I'm sure many of you are aware, but Toronto has recently passed a bylaw for inclusionary zoning, which means that up to about 22% of a building could be for affordable housing. And it is a mandate from the city to ensure that there's affordable housing for any of the key areas down in Toronto. So what does this mean? It means really that it's going to get more expensive for anyone to enter the market to purchase. And it's already going to be a problem in terms of supply, but now out of a building, you're losing a huge chunk. Which means, it's going to further worsen the problem of supply. Okay, so this is a very big factor why you can tell your clients really buy now. This is the right time because things are only going to get more unaffordable as you wait. This also gives you an idea here of the different things that are happening in the area, which is important for you to know. All these blue is the proposed residential. And then the green being the approved residential that's coming in. And what's very important is this orange down here, which is proposed commercial. So this is all indicators that the area is growing. It's going to go through significant changes, all only going to impact positively on the area's development and prices as an investment, especially the commercial. With more commercial space coming in, it means, more jobs, higher incomes, and revitalization of the area. So like I said, get your clients to buy now. There's really no better time to purchase with the supply issues that we're going to have, with the changes to the laws, making it harder and more scarce to get inventory. It is the time to invest in Toronto's market. About Lifetime in Pinedale, the builders of the project, I'm sure you're very well aware, but Lifetime's been around for over 30 years. They always choose really great locations. They're known for that. And they built very solid, high quality buildings. They have over 20 projects over the city over all these years, and they have a very healthy pipeline to come. And Pinedale, it has more than 50 years of experience. They do lots of real estate development as well as property management. So you have two really big players for this project. Some of the past projects, which I'm sure you're all very familiar with: Bisha, Index, Bond, Liberty Market, Oscar is done. I think they're starting construction. Liberty Market Tower is almost occupying as well as Panda. So they built a lot of really great buildings in the past. XO, so the first project for the XO, and we're launching XO2, but just to give you an idea, XO sold extremely well. That's on the southwest corner of King and Dufferin. They're occupying very soon in early 2023, and we've sold out of that project. Actually, we're only 98% because they're holding the penthouse units. For XO2. So just to give you an idea of what this project specifically is about, we have a 19-story building, 410 units, and this is going to be on the northeast corner of King and Dufferin. So it's going to be a beautiful location directly diagonal from XO. and that is coming in January 2022, and in terms of our launch. And we are looking to be very early in 2022. Right now, our target is really the first week of January. We're looking to have your allocations out. So we're just minutes away from Waterfront and Liberty Village. We are, the reason why we say X02 is X marks the spot in terms of the location. Fantastic spot, which is situated by many different neighborhoods. So we have, King West, right? If you like a walkable Queen West, Liberty Village. We have Parkdale. We're not far from High Park, close to the waterfront. So it's a really central location, which gives you access to all these very different types of neighborhoods. So depending on how you feel, you have it at your disposal and very accessible. You'll also have a 20,000 square foot park, which is going to be directly across the street. So it's just on the south side of Oscar, but that's really going to revitalize the area as well. Lots of outdoor space for the for XO as well as XO2 patrons to enjoy. And as mentioned, really we're right by King West, Queen West, Liberty Village, and Parkdale. So anything that you're kind of looking for is very accessible and makes our area very unique because you can, be part of all these different neighborhoods. This just tells you some of the highlights around the different pockets. So we're close to the exhibition place, clearly the Liberty Market building, the stadium, everything that you need, anything that you would like to, enjoy, from fine dining to, a nice show or sports event is all accessible to you. So we have a walker's paradise, which means anything that you need to do on a daily basis for all your daily errands can be done on foot. You do not need a car, which makes it highly desirable. But what's very exciting as well is a transit score, which is perfect, and it's going to continue to improve because this just shows you the transit hub. So it shows you how connected we are to the entire city as well as neighboring cities. So just from our location, you can hop on the 504 streetcar. That's the King streetcar that will take you all the way over to East Harbor, which is hugely developing as well. But you're going right through King West, and then it connects you to line 1 of the existing TTC system. You can also go onto the 501 streetcar just at Queen Street, and that will take you to Osgood Station, again, part of line 1. So your connectivity, whether it be through streetcar or the TTC, existing and very strong, very convenient. But what also is exciting is you have also the GO station. So just south of you, there's a Dufferin Street entrance to the GO network. So that connects you to the entire transit system, as well as neighboring cities. So that's very exciting. You have 3 different ways to get, transit around the city. But what's really exciting is this purple line, which is the smart track that's coming in. So that was approved, and we're going to have 5 minutes away from us an entrance to the King Liberty Station. So the nice thing about the smart track is there's only 5 stops that they're actually doing, 5 stations for this entire smart track system. And we are going to have our King and Liberty Station only 5 minutes away. It will take you straight to Union Station within minutes. And the nice thing about this track is they're adding more trains. They're quiet trains, they're faster trains, and they're running 24 hours a day. So you are going back and forth any time of the day, because their existing transit does have limitations right now in terms of timing. If you talk to anyone on GO, they're always saying, oh, I have to catch this train or else I'm going to miss it. And the next one doesn't come till whatever, and it stops running at a certain time. The beauty of this track is that it's all day, both ways, and it's fast. So you're going to have your next train coming like within minutes of each other. So this just shows you how connected this project is to the city and transit. And as you all know, being close to transit has a very big value add. So studies have shown that you get about 30% more in terms of the value of your property if you're right on transit. But the beauty of the project is you have that, and you're not paying 30% more compared to the rest of the city to buy into this building. So not only does Lifetime always choose the best projects, best locations to build, we're also paying a lot of attention to the buildings that we're building and bringing you a really good quality of life. So we actually have a strategic partnership with Clear Inc. This is a company that has proprietary knowledge on how to remove impurities from air and water up to 99.9%. So this is a huge benefit of the building, given we still have the after effects of this pandemic and what we've gone through with COVID. The quality of the air you're drinking and the water the air you're breathing and the water you're drinking is huge. And to have this technology worked into the building is a big selling factor for any of your end users as well as your renters. It's also very unique. The reason why we're able to do it is because we have this strategic partnership with the company. We also have a strategic partnership with Free Motion. So this is a really, really exciting benefit to have in the building. So their equipment is going to be in our building. We're going to have a full studio with Free Motion Fitness, and these equipment are found in the highest level gyms throughout the world. If you've ever gone to a fitness place called Orange Theory, they have their equipment. So they're only in these really specific spots to offer really great workout experiences, because it's also tied with an iFit technology. So iFit actually allows you to connect with, Olympic athletes, the top trainers in the world, the top health practitioners in the world, to really give you the best workout experience and healthy body, experience that you can have. And it's all within your building in your own gym. So this is the very exciting one that everyone gets very excited about seeing, the floor plate. So just to show you, we've actually have a very wide building, and the widest is really along the south side. We have the most units just facing the south exposure, which is beautiful towards the water. We have a wide mix of units, but half the building is about 48% is one bedrooms. So this is really desirable. As prices get more expensive in the areas, we are hoping that we help in the first-time buyers or any of your newer investors or anyone that just wants to enter the market and has a lower entry point of purchasing, because the prices are significantly higher now. So this is hopefully going to help with a lot of your clients that are looking to invest, keeping the prices lower because the square footages are lower. Then we have about 35% being 2-bedroom units. But again, these 2 bedrooms are going to be a little bit smaller. So again, a little bit more attainable for your buyers. And then 15% being 3 bedrooms for those that, want to raise families or have a bigger property. The views are really fantastic all the way around us. So we're going to have a really high podium, lower level. Our lobby is over 2 stories high, and then we have a mezzanine level. So the entire building is elevated. Around us is all low-rise buildings. So from the south, the north, the east, and west, you're really going to have fantastic views. So when you're getting the units that you're trying to sell, you really don't have to worry about explaining any type of view to your client, because they're all actually very desirable. This just shows you one of the units that we would have, corner unit south there. So just beautiful views, floor to ceiling windows. Lifetime's always been known to give very nice finishings. So you'll have, the wood flooring throughout, smooth ceilings, integrated appliances. We're going to have the clients choose their packages when they're signing. And the packages are very, very nice, actually, very modern. And you will also have an option to upgrade if you'd like. We're just working on the upgrade pricing for the units right now. What else does Lifetime have coming? They have lots coming. It's very exciting. Next year, they're looking at launching 2, potentially 3 projects. But these are some of the projects on the go. So River Street, Jacks Avenue, which is their own head office, 8200 Warden Avenue has been in the works. Hopefully that is coming soon. Wellington, there's just a lot, and there's actively buying more. So with your support for our projects, obviously it does give you preferential treatment to access these future projects. So we appreciate your support. Anything that you're posting to social media is also going to be noticed. They're big on, the support that they get from the agent community, and they look very favorably on those that are actively posting and supporting their projects. Sales representatives, so myself and my partner Shireen, if you have any questions at all, you feel free to reach out to us. And that is the end of the presentation. Any questions, let me know what to expect for the next steps. Really, we're going to have some more information available, and we'll feed it to you probably by this week, next week. We have more renderings that are coming. We're working on a floor plate that has square footages on them, so it gives you a better idea of what we're looking in terms of size, and you can kind of estimate where our prices would sit to educate your clients. We'll have some amenity plans that are going to be coming out soon. And really what we're hoping is you have the key plate, you'll have an approximate square footage price. So you can kind of get a wish list together probably by December. You would already have your wish list together, and we can work on what it is that you need. By the time we hit first week of December, we would like to see with your allocations and really within immediately be able to sign you after that. So if you're doing all your homework before, it's really just a matter of slotting your clients once you get your allocation. Okay, so that's kind of what to expect in terms of timeframes. Anyone have any questions? No? No one has any questions? Okay. Well, thank you for